Closing remarks today at the trial of the nanny accused of killing 2 children in her care. Jurors have been hearing evidence for weeks about whether Yoselyn Ortega is a cold-blooded killer or just psychotic when she killed 6-year-old Lulu Krim and her 2-year-old brother Leo. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson has more for us live outside the courthouse. Kimberly?
Diana, Kevin Krim sat in the courthouse silently shaking his head from side to side as if to say no way. He was reacting to the defense describing Yoselyn Ortega's state of mind as psychotic when she allegedly murdered Kevin's 2 kids. Lulu was stabbed more than 20 times. The 6-year-old fought back in what authorities called a death struggle. 2-year-old Leo's throat was slit. Prosecutors insist the former nanny fully understood what she was doing. Her attorney argues the defendant didn't have a clue.
She testified that on the day of the occurrence, Yoselyn was on the phone with her in the middle of the day, clenching her teeth. It was like speaking to a demon.
The defense painting a disturbing picture of Yoselyn Ortega, the former nanny, allegedly murdered 6-year-old Lulu Krim and her 2-year-old brother Leo back in 2012 inside the Upper West Side apartment where they lived with their family. During closing arguments today, the defendant never once looked at the victim's father, Kevin, who sat just a few feet away from the woman he once trusted to watch his 3 kids, but instead she allegedly stabbed 2 to death.
You had a person that was slowly disintegrating, but kept it inside. She didn't want to lose this job.
Ortega's attorney maintained in the days and months leading up to the gruesome murders, the 55-year-old was, quote, coming apart at the seams, wrestling with subterranean demons and hearing voices. The defense says Ortega's mental illness dates back to 1978. On that now infamous day in October of 2012, Ortega's lawyer says the suspect was suffering from severe psychosis and depression, was mentally incapable of having intent to kill or understand her actions. But in this video taken in July of 2016, Ortega's own answers seemed to knock down the defense theory, Ortega admitting she wasn't hearing any voices. Leo and Lulu's mom, Marina, found her kids' lifeless bodies in a bathtub. Ortega had also stabbed herself several times. At the time, Marina was with the couple's 3rd child, a little girl. Prosecutors insist though Ortega may have been depressed, she wasn't psychotic, saying the motive here, Ortega's mounting financial troubles and her deep resentment of the Krims.
Every stab, every slash, each one had a purpose. And that purpose was to end the lives of those children.
Now, if convicted, Ortega faces life in prison. If jurors accept the insanity defense, she could spend the rest of her life in a psychiatric facility. Since the murders, the Krims have had 2 more kids.